back with James Hart.
What's going on?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you, man?
Pretty good.
It's good. It's good.
It's summertime. COVID's, on the downturn, so
Very excited about that.
things are coming back to normal a little bit.
Yeah. It's been awesome.
Hell
Getting
yeah.
out to concerts and stuff.
Yes, sir. And you are in another band now, right?
I am. Yeah, we just started practicing. Well, there's three of us. It's me, my buddy Skylar, and my buddy Steve. Well, I just actually met Steve within the last few months, but he's a really good guy. Kind of doing something a little different. We've got Skylar's playing synthesizer for the most part, but also some guitar.
Oh,
And then I'm playing bass. I've got it kind of have like a pretty synthy sound going on with all the effect pedals I have, and then we've got our drummer on there too. He'll be playing a regular acoustic drum set. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting sound. It's kind of like music in a way, sort of. Or like what is that other band? Can't think of it right now, but
Muse. Fuck. I'm
they're-
trying to like.
they're really fun. They're like really fun, like poppy kind of like, but like synthy, but also rock.
Like My Morning Jacket. Maybe I don't know.
Well, it's not important.
Whenever
We'll be our own thing anyhow. So.
Sounds good. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That sounds like some cool shit. Like,
Yeah.
I've been getting into more like poppy, vibey, reverby, like I don't know, just like effect synthy kind of things. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Sick.
for sure. Yeah, so it's been fun. We've been practicing over at Skylar's house and just kind of writing some stuff right now and hoping to get into the studio within the next like couple months or so. I'm actually hitting up Logan about that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, keeping it at Rock Mill.
Yep.
Nice. So is it gonna like stay a 3-piece? Are you guys gonna add some more members eventually?
We have a fourth guy who might come in. He'd be playing guitar for us. And right now it's Skylar and I would both be doing vocals.
Mm-hmm.
We tossed around the idea of having a female vocalist join our group because like I really love that dynamic of having like male and female vocalists like duetting. Worked
Yeah.
for Fleetwood Mac pretty well, so you know.
That's true. And everybody fucking loves Fleetwood Mac. So
Exactly.
yeah, that'd be fucking sick. That's awesome though. I'm glad to see like people are like branching into like different genres of music because like basically all of my friends that are musicians are all into metal and it's like just all metal all the time.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
Like,
wrong
I
with that
like
at all.
metal too,
Absolutely
but-
not. But yeah, it's like a difference.
Yeah,
So it's
little different vibe going on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Still local.
Yeah, living in the D block, you know,
Nice.
representing Dillsburg.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man. I forgot you lived out in Dillsburg. Shit.
Yeah. It's a trek.
Yeah, but I mean it's not that bad.
No, it's only 15
like-
minutes.
It's just right down 15.
Yeah, it's not bad at
hard at all. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have you on.
Heck yeah, man. All right, see you guys.
Fuck with you. So aside from the band, what else you been up to?
Oh man. Well, I work, you know, as most people do.
Mhm.
That's not that interesting though.
Fair.
And then been playing some Dungeons and Dragons with my
Nice.
friends. Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit earlier before this.
Yeah.
And just got a new kitten. It's pretty exciting.
Nice.
Yep.
What'd you name it?
His name is T'Challa because he's like the Black Panther because he's a little Black Panther cat.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucking sick.
Yeah.
I need a cat. Chris, can we get a cat? Can I get a
I've
cat?
been trying to get you to get a cat for years
I
now,
know.
bub.
I don't know how many times me and Chris have just been on the phone and it just there's an awkward silence and he's just like, Danny, you need to get a cat. And he always says it just like that.
Dude, you need a cat.
You need to get a cat.
They're great. They're really
You need a
cute.
kitty.
They are. I had cats growing up. My first cat, his name was Pancho Nacho Alejandro Garcia.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a name.
Yeah. We called
Yeah.
him Putty for short.
It's
but
a name, not
it's
a
a lot.
mouthful.
Yeah. I mean, when he was bad, Pancho Nacho Alejandro Garcia. Like, yeah.
With a full. Yeah, you get
Oh,
the full. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like your mom, when they give you a full name, you're like, oh, fuck, I'm in trouble. So, like, he knew.
Yeah.
He was a good cat.
You knew it was up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Currently, I'm trying to get like my feet and hands to not be toys, but that's impossible with a kitten.
It is tough.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered, and this is something I've always considered, potty training a cat, like to use the toilet? Because I've seen people do it.
I have seen that, and honestly, yeah, it has crossed my mind because why not, give it a try? Like,
It's a lot of work, but you have to clean a litter box.
exactly,
But
yeah.
then how do you explain to people whenever they come over to visit and then they see like cat shit in your toilet and you're like, yeah, no, like the
you
cat.
you gotta teach them how to flush too.
You think they could?
I mean,
Dude, you can train a cat. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean like the physical like toilet handles don't flush necessarily easily. You know,
Cats are strong, man. Cats are really strong.
You think they make like a light trigger toilet flusher knob thing? I don't know. Oh, or you could get like the old like fucking chain drawstring one.
It's just meow activated.
Yeah, there's just like a little.
That
I would much rather come home and have to flush the toilet though than clean the litter box. Like that's so cool.
also true.
I would put up a
probably get a Raspberry Pi to do that, like a
Oh,
little
yeah,
servo
one of those little
actuated
things.
toilet. That would be cool.
Hook it up to your bidet.
There you go.
Oh my God, guys! Let's stop doing this podcast and let's start working on cat toilet technologies right now.
Shark Tank, here we come.
Hell yeah, felinology. I don't know. We'll get a name later. What happened to our lights?
Oh, it's getting
We'll
dark.
bring
It's
him
getting
back
even
online.
darker
Don't
with
worry
Daniel.
about that.
Even darker with Daniel. Man, it's the cats.
It's about to get seductive in here.
Cat just jumps out from behind there, fucking mauls us to death. That'd be sick.
What a way to go. Final podcast.
Right?
Mauled by a cat.
That would be honestly not that bad.
No, leaves a story behind, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Cats are fucking great.
They really are. I mean,
Do you? Ooh, sorry.
no, I was gonna say they're good. They're good beings.
They are. Have you? Do you follow Nature's Metal on Instagram?
Not on Instagram. No, on Reddit.
On Reddit?
Mhm.
Oh, they have a Reddit?
Mhm.
I never use Reddit, but I should get into that too.
I mean, if you want to waste all your time, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I do. So, but so you've like seen the Reddit then?
Yeah.
Dude, it's fucking insane shit.
Oh yeah.
It's like sometimes hard to watch, but it is nature just being nature.
Red in tooth and claw.
But like, do you ever like watch the videos of like tigers and panthers and shit like that? And like the reason, I mean, obviously they're both the fucking same animal, they're felines, but like just 20 times the size of a house cat, and it's like, oh my God, this thing just took down a whole fucking caribou with ease.
Yeah, it's it makes me, a little reticent to go, check out like the African, do safari. It's like, yeah, that's cool. Like you're right next to a lion, but like you're right next to a lion.
Exactly. And the one thing I always see from those videos, like they're not in like a secured vehicle. It's like a convertible.
Oh yeah. Yep. It's like that thing wants in if it's hungry.
Yeah, you're a meal cart.
Yeah, it's like, oh, look at this. They brought food.
Oh man, that's just like so
and it's
scary.
not a petting zoo. This is not. They're not caged animals. They're wild animals.
Could you imagine getting to pet a tiger? It's Joe Exotic, so I guess yeah.
No.
I mean,
it-
Mike Tyson. You
Also
can
true.
own them
Siegfried and Roy were good for a while.
for a while.
I had a customer in Allentown. No, fuck, it was the Allentown area, I think. And he had 2 pet tigers.
Really?
Yeah, he had a picture of him. He was like way younger in the picture, and there's like 2 live tigers. And I'm like, "Would you like go on safari one time?" Like made a joke. He's like, "Oh no, those are my tigers." And I was like,
Yeah, grew up with them.
yeah. Like he's had them for years, and like apparently they are as cheap as people say they are. Like $2,500 you can buy a tiger. And I was like, how much does it cost you to feed a fucking tiger? And he's like, it's actually not that bad because I'm best friends with the butcher in town, and all the old meat that's like still good but too old to sell, I can just pick up from him every day and feed my tigers.
I mean, he got it all figured out. Like he's got the hookup.
Yeah.
You're gonna have pet tigers. That's the way to do it, I guess.
know, and I was like, after that, I was like, this guy has it so figured out already that I don't want to piss him off, so that way I don't get fed to the tigers, because like, could happen.
Yeah, it could happen. I'm pretty sure they can chew through bone. So
I think so.
not like all they're not like pigs.
Yeah, because Carol Baskins had that thing about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, pigs got to do it.
Yeah. No.
Did they ever figure out what happened to her husband? Remember, he like disappeared or some shit.
I feel like it's just like another Epstein, O.J. Simpson, Kurt Cobain. Like we all know what happened. It's just.
But how? We really need to quit dropping it on that stuff.
Yeah, like
Why do we? Everybody just sort of forgets that it happened.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know. Apparently, like Ghislaine, I still want to say like Ghislaine for whatever reason, but
It sounds funnier.
it does sound funny, right? Andrew Schultz made a joke. He's like, it just sounds like what's in a rap groupie's stomach. Fucking killed me. But yeah, no, fucking. Apparently, she just like named a bunch of names that's gonna come out soon. So yeah,
About to have Panama Papers Part 2.
yeah. I don't know what the fuck. Wait, what are Panama Papers?
The Panama Papers was about tax evasion.
From who?
Like everybody that's rich, and it like happened and kind of got swept underneath the rug. So like,
Wait, elaborate more. So
so it was basically it was these papers that revealed like all these. Now I might have some of the details wrong because it has been, I want to say like 2 years now, maybe even 3.
okay,
But there were
so
these
it's like semi-recent though.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. All these big name, super rich people had shell companies in Panama, and were basically evading taxes by constantly having the money sent to these organizations that exist in Panama, and it's like literally a PO box, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, no actual like business.
So like when people start a business in what is it, like Connecticut or Rhode Island or something like that.
Yeah, Delaware. I think it
Delaware.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Duh.
yeah,
I was wrong on both. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's basically like that, but like the next level even.
Or people registering their cars in Montana.
Because you don't need a title or something like that.
What's just like it's tax reasons. That's mostly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it Vermont? You don't need a title, or I don't remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of states that don't require inspections. I know that.
Maryland is like every 7 years, I think, something like that.
When you register a vehicle or you change hands of a vehicle, you have to have it inspected. But you can just drive it until it's falling apart, and it's fine. As long
Is that how they get away with it on Trailer Park Boys?
that's in Canada. Supposedly.
I can't imagine
Probably
their laws
somewhere.
being more relaxed than ours. Maybe they are. Chris?
It's all about the same.
Yeah, Chris, you're all about Canada. Like,
Yeah.
Tell us.
It's like America
I mean-
Part 2.
Yeah, it's pretty much all
America
pretty much
Part
the
2.
same.
It's the B side of America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got some hits though. That maple syrup though.
Uh-huh. Drake?
Drake, you know?
Poutine.
From Canada.
Poutine, come on.
Colin Mockery.
Yes.
I still don't know what poutine is. What the fuck is poutine?
Letterkenny.
It's fries with gravy and cheese curds.
That's right.
Yeah.
You told me about that one
And
time.
technically, poutine doesn't have meat on it, but it's way better with bacon on it.
I could see that.
Wait, so poutine is just is a word for like fries with
Gravy and
Yeah.
cheese curds.
Like fried potato with,
and
gravy and
what,
cheese curds.
Remind me of cheese curds. What are those again? I feel like an alien right now, but like this is all the food I don't eat.
Oh man, my buddy from Wisconsin would be so happy right now. They're like the little, I think it's the curd. Yeah, it's the curd and whey. Like Little Miss Muffet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the actual curd part, which is like the meat of the cheese, if you will.
Okay.
And if you get it fresh and you like bite into it, it like squeaks in your mouth. Like that's one of the key like things. Like
It's
good
like
cheese
rubbery.
curds like squeak in your
Squeaky
mouth.
cheese curd.
Cheese curd.
They have like fried ones all over the place too. Like
Do they
Buffalo
s-
Wild Wings has them
Do they still squeak?
if you get them fresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why
Actually,
they call it squeaky cheese curds.
yeah.
I've never heard that either.
Yeah, squeaky cheese curds.
Wow, we just unlocked a whole new level of cheese.
Yeah.
It's kind of like halfway between satisfying and a little bit cringy of like a texture. At least for me.
Is it like tofu? I'm just picturing tofu this whole time.
I don't know.
A little bit more
You might
rubbery.
you
Yeah,
might
more
like
rubbery.
cringe a little, but you're gonna really enjoy cringing at it. Like
Is it good?
it's good.
Let's go
Yeah,
get cheese
it's
curds
good.
after
Yeah.
this.
It still tastes
Okay.
like cheese. So
Yeah,
that's
you're eating cheese.
yeah.
It can't be that bad.
But like what? Like a mozzarella, Colby.
it's
nor-
like less processed than that.
yeah, it's normally like a cheddar-y kind of flavor, I'd say is closest.
Okay.
They add different flavors though, from what I understand. I've only
Huh.
ever had the cheddar ones, but
If they made like a pepper jack one, totally be in for that. That's
pretty sure you can find them.
probably somebody's gonna make it. Guys, we're starting a feline and cheese curd.
We sell cat toilet accessories and cheese curds.
And we can milk a cat.
That's the secret. The cheese curds are made out of cat milk.
I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
What is that from?
Isn't that Meet the Fockers?
Meet
or
the
Parents?
Fockers.
Yes, yeah. Fuck. What were we talking about that got us on the cheese curds and poutine and all that?
Canada.
Canada. Fucking Canada. I remember me and my buddy, different Chris, not you, Chris, different Chris, tried to plan a trip to Canada when we were 18 because we found out the drinking age was 18 there. We were like, oh, you go to Canada and drink legally, and then we just never fucking did it.
I was gonna say, did it end up like? Isn't that 70s show? I think has an episode where they try to go and like
yes.
they get stuck like on the border.
Fucking Fez can't find his green card.
Yeah,
And they bring
yep.
Tommy Chong. Oh, no, Tommy Chong just pops up in the back, I think.
Yeah, I think he was like hiding out in the car or something like that. Yeah.
My favorite part in that episode is whenever they're like finally get done everything. Fez finds his green card in his sock, and he's like, or the officers walk up to them and they're like, "Leave Canada, please." And like everybody walks out, and then Tommy Chong or Leo, whatever you want to call him, walks up to them and he's like, "You leave Canada, please." Ugh,
Oh man,
good times.
what a life he must lead.
dude.
Like, just getting to play like that character like all the time.
I mean, he had to be high for all of it too.
I mean,
There's no way he did that
more
sober.
than yeah.
Hunter, how old is Tommy Chong?
Pull that on up us.
Pull that one up, young Jamie. Fuck. I don't know what to talk about right now because I'm just stuck on this Tommy Chong thing. Just hit us quick.
I mean, just imagine though, like you're
Tommy Chong is 83 years old. He was
Oh,
born.
is he
He was
really?
born in 1938.
hot diggity dang.
Fuck.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks great for 83.
Know what's fucking wild about that 70s show is it came out in the 90s. The 70s are only like 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's what we could literally make a like that's early 2000 show at this point.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
Oh fuck.
yeah.
The late 1900s.
He
The
also
late
he also has his
1900s.
own line of cannabis. So
I believe that.
That makes sense.
Everybody does. Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg, all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, why would you not cash in on it?
Yeah, exactly. Millionaire. I would do the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Elon Musk does too.
Does he?
I'm pretty sure Elon Musk has one too. I don't know. Young Jamie, pull that.
I feel like he would have brought it on Joe Rogan to
Yeah,
like
for real.
smoke it or something. I don't know.
I don't know if it's necessarily his, but like somebody named it
Probably
after
like,
him or something.
yeah, branded it after him.
Mhm.
That dude's a fucking wild guy.
He really is. You know?
Yeah.
And then him and Bezos, or no, not him. It's Richard Branson, and Bezos had that rush to space right now going on.
Yes. Who is Richard Branson?
He's the founder of Virgin. It's like Virgin Mobile, Virgin Galactic, Virgin Records.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I think it's him. He has this wild story about how he actually started his airline company. So if I'm pretty sure it was him. He was at an airport, right, and their flight got delayed, and he like had to make this flight or whatever, and he didn't want to wait. So he looked at how much it would cost to charter a private plane, and then he ended up selling tickets to other people who were on that same flight that got delayed to help reimburse himself for what he paid to charter that flight, and like that gave him the idea to start his own.
that's an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Yeah,
That's actually pretty awesome.
yeah.
What's
Yeah.
his name again? Richard what?
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson. I like know nothing of him. Huh.
Yeah, he's an interesting fella.
Yeah, I'll have to look into him. I had a buddy. Remember back when like Virgin Mobile was a thing?
Mm-hmm.
He told me like he was literally on his computer like paying his phone bill, and his mom walked in one day and just saw like Virgin on the top of the screen, just like slammed the door shut. Like it's just the first thing that pops on my mind whenever Virgin comes up. Hunter, the lights.
Yeah, he definitely named it. He named it with the intention of making it a little salacious. You know?
Really?
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's got a sense of humor to him.
Oh yeah,
I always wondered that because I'm like, who the fuck names their company Virgin?
he does too. Because it's a little, it gets people talking. It's
Wonder
the
if
same thing with like those GoDaddy commercials on from the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Like GoDaddy's literally like a website name, like place where you can purchase like website names and domains and things like that.
I've
and,
bought in websites from GoDaddy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and like you would never get that from the commercials, but like it's gonna make you try to figure out what in the world they're selling. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I was so confused when I was a kid. Like I remember like even going to like youth group football, like Super Bowl parties, and they'd be like, "Oh, GoDaddy commercials on time to change the channel," because they were like so fucking scandalous.
You don't get to watch any of the fun stuff.
No, exactly.
So this guy founded Virgin Group in 1970s, and today they control more than 400 companies in various fields. He's also got a net worth of $5.7 billion.
He's doing all right.
Holy shit.
So you can make fun of his company name all you want, but
Who's laughing now?
Yeah, anyways, so
He showed you.
he's just basically like a conglomerate entrepreneur.
Yeah, I think Virgin Records was his first thing. I'm not entirely sure.
Was it like a record label?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. There's actually like from what I understand, I don't know if it's still how many artists he has now, but I know at one point they had like a pretty good roster going on.
Why do I feel like U2 was on their record label for a little while? I don't know.
It very well could be.
Does he
Yeah.
also own Viacom? Or does he just have like a lot of stock in them? Because somehow they're all related too.
Oh really?
I
I mean,
think.
it very well could be.
Oh well.
his
I need to see what
Good.
bands are on his record label now.
his first business was a magazine called Student, and then he opened up a mail order record business and a
Mm.
chain of record stores.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh Jesus, he's got Mariah Carey.
Good for him.
The Sex Pistols, Janet Jackson, Katy Perry,
Yeah, those are some
Lenny Kravitz,
pretty sizable names.
Tina Turner, David Bowie, Phil Collins, Jesus, Jared Leto, Owen Wilson's on a record label.
Why is Owen Wilson on the record?
Does he make
label?
Does he make music?
That's
Now
like
we're
that's
about
like
to find
whenever
out.
whenever he showed up in that skate video, he was just skating.
Dude, he's
And people were like, "Wait, what?"
Spice Girls, fucking the Rolling Stones, Victoria Beckham.
What is she doing?
I don't know. Ice Cube.
Her and
Mick
Owen
Jagger.
Wilson have a duet thing that they do together.
Ice Cube, Mick Jagger, George Michaels. Fucking George Michaels. Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, I did know that actually.
What?
Wait, but Smashing Pumpkins just switched to a new record label, I think, within the last year or two.
Why do I feel like I heard that too? And I was never really a huge
And
fan
it was-
of them either.
It was
honestly.
it's like Sumerian Records or something like that. Like some record label like you do not expect the Smashing Pumpkins to go to.
Really?
Yeah, I looked that up and I was like, that's wild.
Isn't that who Asking Alexandria is still signed to, or they were for a while?
Yeah,
at
and
least.
it's like I mean they're the ones doing like they have that HBO show Paradise City.
I haven't seen it.
No, it's yeah, they have like it was that Disney Channel star who passed away recently. He was like really young. He was like 21 years old. Like 21 years old.
I'm so out of the loop.
Yeah, but he played one of the roles in that Paradise City, and he was great. Like I had never seen him. Like I was too old for that era of Disney, but I was really impressed with him. And then I found out that he had passed away, and I was like, wow, that's really sad. Like
That
he was
sucks.
killing it in the show. Like, but yeah, if you have ever worked in music in any way, shape, or form, like that show, so accurate, like
I'll
scary accurate.
Check it out then, because
Yeah.
I have HBO. Jesus, I'm just still like blown away by this list. Gorillas, Sid Vicious. Fucking shit.
Wait, I know that one song that they do. Fucking shit. They do that.
Yeah.
They kill it.
Fucking shit. Yeah.
They kill it, man.
That one song by Fucking Shit is amazing. I feel like that's like got to be a punk, like a grunge punk band from the 80s.
If it's not, like, you guys trying to like get that together.
We got a bass and a guitar right there.
Oh, man, we got a drum set. Man, we're set.
Hunter, man.
You got those screaming
You-
punk vocals.
You got them screaming punk vocals in you?
I mean, I could try.
Can't hurt.
We got some power tools out there. I can
You need
make
to
it hurt
learn-
enough that
You need
can.
to,
I don't
you
know.
need to speak over the mustache.
Through the mustache.
It's no longer a mustache. It's now a punk stash, Hunter, and get used to it.
You got to dye like one half it black.
If you
one
know
half
who
it, like,
Melissa
red.
Cross is, you
He's gotta
understand that
do-
reference.
What if you did like a Liberty Spike mustache?
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Put egg whites in it.
Man, hell yeah.
Guys, we're really onto something here.
Yeah, man. Okay, so we're selling punk rock mustache products, kitty toilet training things, and cheese curds. I mean those three things go together like
I think we need like two more things, and like we're just billionaires.
we're the next Richard Branson.
Uh-huh.
It's all coming full circle here. It's all coming full
What else
circle.
could we do?
Richard
Well,
Branson.
since segways aren't a thing anymore, let's bring them back.
We just have to make them less functional and stupider.
I'm thinking like with tracks and stuff, you know,
Like a Segway track.
like like tracks.
Oh, like rubber tracks.
Yeah.
Like
like a tank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something that
Okay.
makes no fucking sense.
I mean,
actually, no, that kind of makes sense.
combat segways.
Yo.
Combat segways, man. I mean, that could be something.
You could do,
Comsegs.
like Segway jousting. That would be cool.
Hunter, didn't the creator of the Segway die riding a Segway?
I believe so. Yes.
Are
Wait,
you
really?
fucking serious?
I did not know that.
Can somebody please confirm this? Jamie?
Pull that up, please.
What the fuck?
Put
I
it on
didn't
the
know
big
that.
screen.
I remember, so City Island, right?
Mm-hmm.
For a while, they had Segway rentals, and like,
know that.
yeah, when I was a kid, I thought Segways were the coolest thing ever, and I finally got to ride one, and like, yeah, it was all right, but it was a little underwhelming.
Really?
Yeah, they also had them speed limited because like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, liability and all that. I think you go up to like 15 miles per hour.
Can you get a DUI on a Segway?
Probably you can get a DUI on a bicycle and like a
Yeah.
skateboard. So I'm gonna say
You can
yeah.
get a DUI on a kayak. Oh, man.
Wait, can you really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
These yellow breeches trips are about to get in a whole lot more dangerous.
Oh yeah, dude. Anytime I do the breaches, let's be honest. No, we're not supposed to talk about illegal shit, but everybody has a beer or two when they're on the water, and yeah, every time I like get to like a park or a bridge, like I just shove all of my shit into my kayak, like so that nobody can see it. Cause I don't know if I know anybody who's gotten popped. I think I know people who know people who have.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of the same thing as drinking and driving because you hit something and like when you scrape onto it, you're like, oops.
Yeah, but like, all right. I feel like a vehicle has to have brakes for you to be able to get a DUI? Like a boat doesn't have fucking brakes. You're just going with the current. It doesn't
That's
matter if
kind
you're
of
drunk or
worse when
not.
you think about it, though, bub. You don't have brakes.
Yeah, I
So-
guess that's a good point.
So I could just take the brakes off my car,
And then it's fine.
and
Yeah.
I can drink and drive all I want. I just can't drink and stop.
Hey,
Yeah.
fine by me.
It's not the drinking and driving that's illegal. It's the drinking and stopping.
If you cut out the floorboards and Fred Flintstone your way to stop or like
Yeah.
go,
I
is
just-
that
I
fine?
just need a board on a hinge so I can just drag it on the
Yeah.
ground like a go-kart.
Throw out an anchor.
There you go. So the actual inventor, Dean Kamen, is not dead, but the person who bought the company in December 2009 did ride off a cliff on a Segway near his home and died.
Wait, purposefully or like by accident?
I don't think
Because
purposely.
I just bought this company.
Yeah,
They
like-
call-
Check them out.
They called it an accident, so I would assume not purposefully. But
You know what it was though? It's the artificial intelligence that's taken over the world,
Ah,
and they were like, "This guy
they bugged it.
gone."
Elon Musk.
He knows
That's
too
what he's
much.
talking about when he was like, "It's going too far." I'm trying to warn everyone, or he tried to warn everyone.
Here's my thing: I'm just gonna become a cyborg, become part AI. Then I'm one of them, protected. Bam.
What? How do you plan on going about being a cyber? Like, what are you getting replaced?
I mean, it's gonna have to be by parts, you know.
Yeah, like a
Um,
hand, a leg, a calf.
Yeah, like something like that'd be cool
What-
first.
whatever.
You know, a little,
Singles-
little implant in the brain, you know.
Dare you to start
Not
with the dick.
connected to the.
What?
Said I dare you to start with the dick.
That'll be last.
Yeah.
That's
I
Wait,
mean, but
you-
it's not going to get smaller, so that's the nice thing.
How are you a cyborg? You look like you're completely a robot. Well, I'm a cyborg where it counts.
I basically wanted like bicentennial.
I'm cyborg from the waist down.
I always wondered that about. Did you ever watch Teen Titans as a kid?
Yeah.
Yes.
You remember Cyborg?
Mhm.
I always wondered that.
Yeah. that's
Just
good
like, is
question.
it straight down the middle, like in half?
Yeah.
And he's not circumcised. He just has like a half cyborg foreskin going on.
Oh my goodness. One nut is
Yeah.
just filled with nanites.
Fucking turning into a hard drive.
Oh.
Didn't we talk about on here like a long time ago how like what if we are just really advanced computers that we don't understand ourselves yet because of like fiber optics and shit? I don't know. I feel like me and Alan talked about it on here at one point.
It's very possible.
Yeah, like what if we are computers and we just don't know it?
Like wet computers, basically, like organic computers.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot to that. So this is actually really interesting. So like, I was a bio major in college, and like, I still try to keep up on like bio and literally all science.
I didn't know you were a bio major.
Sure was.
Oh shit. Well, hit us with some fun shit.
All right, so this is cool. Well, I think it's cool. Other people might not, but hey, we're gonna go with it anyhow. So they recently found basically a new transmitter type within the brain, and so there's like and or not operations in programming. So like it's like this and this or like A and B, A or B, basically like pretty simple.
Okay.
If this
Um,
does this, then
yeah,
this.
if this
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
okay, I
like
gotcha.
if this and this are true, or if this and this are false, that, or like if this is true or this is true, pass on the signal, or if this is true and this is not true, don't pass on the signal.
It's like
Unless it's an
like
or.
decoding data. Like
Yeah.
just
Now this
reading.
is a computer thing going on.
Yes, but we also have basically those same types of gates, chemical gates in our brain.
Oh, okay.
And they recently found one. At least they found this in someone with people with epilepsy. They were taking brain samples, and they found it's a calcium channel that basically acts as I think it's a NAND gate. So basically, like, I'm gonna mess it up, but it's A and not B. Then it would go through, or B. Yep, I'm messing it up, but it's a new type of logic gate basically that they found actually in our brains that we already use in computers. And so that makes a lot of sense of like how our brains are capable of more complex, thoughts and operations, and it kind of leads to an easier way to if we're trying to actually replicate brains, in computers, we'd actually have another option now to make them closer to real brains. We know a little bit more now. We know we can program these artificial brains in this way and have this operation be accessible now because, well, at least in epileptic people, they found it. So
Holy
they'll probably
shit.
find it in people without epilepsy as well. I'd
So
imagine.
does that play a role in the epilepsy itself? Like, is this something that they learn from trying to like?
So that's what they're not sure of, and that's what they need to do more studies on.
Okay.
But I'll be interested. I'd be surprised to see that it's not also in people without epilepsy. They just happened to find it because they were doing the samples on people with epilepsy for research on epilepsy and just happened to find this. They weren't looking for it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Epilepsy's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's there's so many different degrees of it too. Like
Yeah.
it's wild.
It's scary.
Very scary. I remember when I was a little kid, I was maybe 10 years old. My neighbor from the house I lived at before, she had it along with autism, and every time she'd have a severe epileptic episode, she would lose some of her memory and some of her learning, and so she like would basically like regress like several months at a time. It was really really awful. And I remember the one time we were actually at Hershey Park and we were riding the Wildcat.
That's one of my favorites.
And so I was 10, she was 10 as well, or maybe 11 or so. But we're on the ride, and now I'd known her long enough to know like when she was having a seizure, and she ended up having one while we were on the ride.
Oh shit.
So I'm 11 years old, and I have to brace her up against the like back of the roller coaster and make sure she's not like hitting her head too hard or anything like that.
Yeah.
And like I mean, it went on like almost the entire ride, and like the Wildcat's like a very bumpy ride. It's a wooden roller coaster.
I was gonna say that's the wooden one.
Yeah, it's the wooden one. So like that was terrifying for 11-year-old me.
Oh
like,
my god, dude.
Yeah, that's a memory.
Good for you though, for like knowing what to do and like taking care of her.
Yeah, because we'd been neighbors since I'd been 1 year old. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn. So it's like basically your sister at that point.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Holy shit.
yeah.
At 11 years old, man. That's tough.
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah.
Wildcat.
Yeah.
Not to make a joke about it.
But, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's fine. Like,
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Jeez. Yeah. Epilepsy's scary. One of my best friend's little sister has it, and like he was telling me like she has to have like all this special stuff in her car, otherwise like she can't drive and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's insane because you could just like have a seizure while you're driving.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I've always like wondered because there's like these red lights with like the flashing white light behind it so people see it, and I'm like, would that trigger it? Or I wasn't. And then again,
It can, and that's what's so messed up about it.
It can.
Yes. Yeah. Somebody can be, obviously, if you have epilepsy, you can't drive, at least
Unless,
for a while.
Yeah, you have to not have had a seizure for X amount of time.
I think
Right.
It's like 6 months or something.
But like, you drive on the road, and there's like all these freaking triggers, and which makes sense. That's why they don't want you driving. But like, they still use it, and like, what if you're just trying to live your life, trying to go somewhere, and you literally have to go through this fucking maze of triggers? Like, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. It's not okay. I mean,
God.
my aunt, she never had epilepsy, and then she was in a really bad car accident, and ended up having seizures after that point. And like, I don't think she drives anymore because of it, like at all.
Wow.
Yeah, and like it's so scary. So like anybody can have it happen to them. Like, you're driving along and get hit, and suddenly now you have to deal with this for the rest of your life.
And it like just changes something like your brain chemistry, I guess,
Yeah.
basically. Holy shit. Oh
Yeah.
my god. So wait, hold on. I had no idea you were into biology and shit though.
Yeah.
So wait, do you have your degree in biology?
No, that's a long story.
That's fine. What were you trying to get into though? With it?
So it was actually when I first started, like when I was a freshman, I really wanted to get into genetics.
Genetics.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a big fan of. There's this book called Genome that I read in high school, and it's all about like DNA and like how different genes like affect different things throughout the human body and stuff like that. And I was really into it. And I remember sharing it with my high school biology. Well, yeah, my biology teacher. And like he read the book too, and we would talk about it, and it was great. And then I did my freshman year of college and was sticking with that. And then I got to OChem 2 and realized that I had to do a lot of chemistry along with this biology because I was also taking molecular biology at the same time. And I was like, I love the biology. I love like the basic gist of the chemistry. I do not enjoy the minutia of like the little pieces coming together and stuff like it, especially at that point. Like it just wasn't my thing. So then I really enjoyed, well, it might get a little controversial here, but I really enjoyed my evolutionary biology class, like a lot. Really enjoyed that, and that professor was awesome. He actually did research on Lyme disease, and I would help him with that. He was one of the major researchers on how Lyme disease is spread between like the mice and deer and ticks, like how that whole life cycle works. So that was really cool. And then I had this professor who was a physics professor, and really got into physics with him. And honestly, if I were to go back to school, I was going to get a minor in physics. I'd probably go back and major in physics at this point, because like, I don't know, once we got to like quantum mechanics and like electromagnetism and stuff like that, I was like, this is great. Like this is unwrapping the mysteries of the universe. I'm all about it.
It's so great. Like I know literally nothing about physics, but like one of our childhood best friends, and I'm sure we probably brought this up on the show, is like getting his PhD in physics right now at Georgetown. Like he's a fucking genius. And I just remember going to visit him at college and like seeing like this whiteboard, like full size whiteboard in his dorm, and being like, oh man, like how many like problems is this? He's like, oh, it's just like half of one or a quarter of one. I'm like, Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you guys have the mental capacity to like just, I don't know.
It's a lot. And like, honestly, like you just have to build up to it. Like you just gotta, piece by piece, and like you gotta remember everything previously. But like once you have like that foundation, it's just adding another piece here and then adding another piece here. Like, I'm of the opinion that any person of fairly average intelligence is capable of understanding like advanced physics and mathematics given enough time and the right resources.
Yes. I think
And the correct teacher.
Yes.
Big
that's
difference.
exactly what I was going to say, because I don't think it's a coincidence that like everybody, like not everybody, but I would be willing to say at least 50% of the population's least favorite class was math. And there is, you still have history, science, whatever. It's a large majority of people always say that math was their least favorite subject, and I think it's because a lot of the times it was taught wrong.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, like so many of the times it's taught about like just do the math and not how that math actually relates to the real world. Like in my opinion, mathematics is the language of the universe. Like you can explain, well, I have some people that would disagree with me, but you can explain, in my opinion, you can explain everything in the universe with mathematics. And even like quantum effects, which are probabilistic, that's still math. Like it's a probability of finding a particle here or there. It's, you got a 70% chance that it's here, 30% chance there. It's still math. Even if it's not exact. And I just think like had teachers really applied that more about like this is what you can do with this math. This is why we study it. I think it would have been a lot more engaging for people, because like I took calculus in high school and stuff, and like it wasn't until I was taking like the very end of my physics class in senior year that I was like, oh, this is why we're actually like doing this. And then it wasn't until I got to college where I was like, oh, like this is why you really have to understand this if you're going to understand anything about like more advanced physics. Like you have to understand calculus and like how it works and like limits and like that's like what Stephen Hawking was studying. Like honestly, like limits, like dividing by infinity and zero and stuff like that is a lot of black hole research. Like it's all about that sort of stuff, and that's really cool. Like if you're like, hey, you learn this and like you can not figure out, but you can learn more about like black holes and like cool stuff that goes on in space. Like it'd be a lot more engaging for a lot more people.
That is the only thing that may deter me, because space scares the absolute fuck out of me. But like algebra, for example,
You
like
don't have a choice. You're already in it.
I hate to break this to you, but
you're already in it. You're just floating. But no, so like algebra, I sucked at fucking like past algebra 1 and 2 by the skin of my fucking teeth. No problem with what do you do after trigonometry? No.
Trig's one of them.
Is it trig? Wait, no, it wasn't trig though. Fuck.
Our school was like
like
algebra 1, 2, trig, pre-calc, calculus was our path.
Calculus, I don't know. Maybe it was trigonometry. I don't remember. Anyways, I fucking slapped at one of them, but was awful at algebra. And honestly, quite frankly, did not understand algebra until like a couple years after I graduated high school, when somebody like made an engaging video explaining how algebra works, and I was like, oh fuck, it was this easy the whole time. My high school algebra teacher was just a bitch and just didn't care.
Yeah.
I think there should have been a class explaining the curriculum of the class for most subjects, but especially math, like explaining why you're learning things, not just that you need to learn them.
Right. And also instead of just saying, oh, well, you calculate that because that's a placeholder. Instead of just saying it's a placeholder, explain why.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like even down to something as stupid as like, hey, rather than being like Johnny has 25 apples and Sally has 3 oranges, no, give us like a real world scenario where like it's gonna like incentivize us to figure it out.
Yeah, and I mean that's why to me I always think we should bring it back to physics, because like algebra in physics is super useful, like determining velocity, acceleration, things like that, like things you can actually like use in like the real world. I mean, not everybody's you're not gonna be making like velocity calculations, but
No,
even just to have the general idea of how it works
Mhm.
just brings greater understanding of the world. And like I don't think there's anything wrong with having a deeper understanding of how the world around you works. Like I think that's beneficial.
It would be super beneficial. If everybody was smarter, the world would be better. Like
Yeah.
that's irrefutable.
Yeah. Yep. And it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of sad. That's actually one of the big things like I really would like to pursue, like in some way, shape, or form, is somehow combining like music and education and like just, I don't know, making it entertaining for people, you know?
Mhm.
But
Well, it's tough too because like so many kids suffer from like ADD or ADHD these
Mhm.
days too, and like the schools are doing nothing to help that. They're helping with a ton of other bullshit that I don't really know if I necessarily agree with. But like, I'm like, get your students engaged and focusing. Like even fucking for example, today I had a meeting at work. We had a guy from corporate come in and like went over some training and stuff. I'm in sales, so like went over our processes and stuff. And this dude engaged us. This dude had every single eye in the room staring at him. And we are a bunch of salesmen fucking degenerates. It is not easy to keep our attention. I don't know how many sales trainings I've been in where like everybody's like, yeah, this trainer fucking blows. And like they're just sitting there texting the whole time. Like I've been guilty of it. But like this guy was fucking good at it.
yeah.
Honestly, I think it's because he cursed the entire time. Like he was just real about it.
Yeah, it's really relatable.
Exactly. And like I don't think enough students or not I don't think enough teachers really try to, at least I have a feeling that like the newer generation of teachers are probably going to be better at engaging with their students. But
Yeah.
like we've seen a lot in our age group and like the teachers that we grew up with, and they're more mild than our parents' teachers were because our parents' teachers would just beat the shit out of them if they
Yeah.
were bad.
Yeah. Like my mom went to a Catholic school. She got hit with she's left-handed, like got hit with the ruler for that. Like,
My uncle
wild.
got actually knocked out by a nun.
Yeah.
Yeah, for chewing gum in
Mm.
class. Like, but
I would
anyways,
have been knocked out a lot.
right? I know. Fucking, it was bad. I can't believe they like actually used to do that. That's fucking insane.
It really is. Yeah. It's better.
Yeah,
It's better
we're
that you don't
getting
have to
there.
worry about, getting beat up by your teacher. You can just learn. That's cool.
Exactly. It's like we'll find other methods other than violence.
Yeah.
No, I mean there is a lot of times where like, the teachers just didn't give a shit. And I had one teacher in high school. I'll leave his name out for whatever reasons, but fucking he was a cool ass. He was my history teacher. He was fucking awesome. It was my sophomore year, and before, I think I've said this on the show before too, though. Before every single fucking test, he would ask the entire room and be like, I will not be mad at you. There will be no repercussions. If you think you are not going to pass this test, you can take it tomorrow. We will put you in a separate room during class. I'll bring you up to speed later once you're done with your test. And
That's awesome. Yeah.
there were times, like, I think every single student in that class, did it not matter if they were a straight A student or not, took advantage of that because he understood that there's only so many hours in a day and you can't, like, do all of your homework in one night sometimes.
Yeah. No, it's very true. And like, I know I have a thing too because I rarely did my homework. Like, just putting it bluntly, like I just didn't.
Yeah.
I would do, like in math class, I'd do the first couple problems and I'd do the last couple problems and leave the middle blank because I was like, I showed that I can do the work. And I understand that that's, it's harder for the teacher because you can't individualize for each person. But like on the test, pass, no problem. But like my homeworks would be like 40%, 50%, and so my grades sucked. And it's like, should I have done the work? Would it have been better, like, had I been held more accountable? Yeah, probably. But like, I also still was demonstrating that like I knew how to do it. So I don't know. But as I've gotten older, I kind of wish that I had the, I don't know, I guess the discipline to actually sit down and do it because, I don't know, when you get to college, like that OChem class, I actually had to study like hard for the first time ever in my life. And I was like, oh, I don't know how to do this. Like, no one ever challenged me enough, like, to actually have to study, and I don't know how the hell to do it. Like,
Yeah.
I literally had to go around and ask people. I was like, how do you study? I don't know. Like, I just read the book, and like normally I'm good, but like this isn't cutting it anymore. Like I need help.
That's
like,
how it was for
please.
me in high school too, because I could just like the tests were mild enough that you could just read a few things, remember the bullet points, maybe make a couple of flash notes, and you're good.
Yeah.
But like whenever I got into sales, like there are scripts and lines that you have to have memorized. You have to give presentations sometimes, and like there's no looking at your notes when you're giving a 3-minute long presentation. So I had to teach myself by repetition. That's something I like taught myself. Well, I mean, my mom kind of taught me like repetition, and then I was homeschooled for a little while, but most of my life. But like just writing it down, and then like remembering it, and then just reciting it over and over, and then eventually you take it piece by piece, and you have the whole thing fucking memorized. But like I had to teach myself how to study to remember a 3 to 5 minute long presentation.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. No. And like I get that too, because like so I did a lot of musicals and stuff like that throughout elementary, middle, and high school. Well, we actually had plays in middle school, and like I was not necessarily. I like to think I was a decent actor for high school or whatever. But I did a disservice to the other actors that I was working with, because I would wait until 2 weeks before the show to like memorize all my lines, and like I'd do it all in like a day or two. But like that was really crappy of me, because during those practices I wasn't like beforehand I wasn't giving them the opportunity to learn like the way they needed to, and it's like that was really unfair of me. But these are
Nice.
things you learn as you get older
And wiser.
Yeah.
Exactly. Damn, yeah. I didn't know you were into that stuff too. I did.
Yeah.
I did 2 musicals in high school.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah, it was awesome. Wait, I'm sorry. What did you do? You did acting, or you did?
Yeah, no, yeah. I so elementary school, we just had like those elementary school musicals, like Nifty 50s and things like that.
Yeah.
Then middle school we had plays. Those were wild.
Plays were wild.
Chris might remember 7 Golden Dragons.
Did you guys go to high school together?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
We actually we had 8th grade health class together.
Oh shit, that should have been good.
We did a project together.
Oh.
It was on the Common Cold.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. The common cold is
Common Cold Izzle with James Hart Izzle and Chris Clay Bizzle. And we did the whole project just snoopified.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think we
That's
nailed it
fucking
though.
Yeah, I think we got an A. So
Good for you guys.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
All for the creativity, none of the content.
Oh
That's
my
fun.
god.
yeah, but then high school, I actually skipped my freshman year because I forget why exactly. I think I was doing football and just didn't think I'd have time for it. And then sophomore year, I ended up doing it. And we had what was sophomore year? I think it was the Pajama Game was the name of the musical.
Never heard of that one.
Yeah, don't. It's bad.
Sounds bad.
It's really boring. I played like this old mean boss, and I got to dye my hair gray and like my goatee gray. So at least I knew what I looked like, or I was gonna look like when I was old.
That's true. You get
So I got a little preview of that. That was nice.
a little foresight.
Yeah. And then this is funny. I wish we could show pictures on this. My junior year, we did Seussical the musical,
Okay.
and I played the Grinch and Yertle the turtle. And oh man, our musical director, love her. She was great, right? But she made this green hat thing for me to be the Grinch, right? Like with a Santa hat on, but it literally looked like a green octopus with yellow eyes with like green dreadlocks or tentacles coming off of it.
Okay.
And then I painted my face. Man, it is so rough. Like I'm pretty sure I've made sure there are none of those pictures out in existence, but like they might be there like somewhere on my Facebook.
If you want to provide us with one, we can put it on here.
Oh, God.
man, we'll just put it up on the screen real quick.
Well, yeah, I mean it's worth it.
Yeah.
I was
Send it to one of us.
16. Yeah, that was rough. That was really rough.
Oh my god. What else did you do? Did you do any other ones or just those two? in high
Yeah,
school?
and then my senior year we did Camelot, and I loved that. That was
didn't do
great.
Damn.
So we had like King Arthur, the whole thing. I got to play the villain Mordred. That was sick.
I haven't seen that one fucking forever, but
Yeah, that was
Damn.
fun. That was fun. Playing the bad guy is always fun.
yeah, that's true. I always just like I was like I was pretty good at like singing and dancing and shit. Like
Mhm.
just good enough that like I didn't really want to roll. And honestly, I was just in chorus for a filler class, and that's where like all the girls were. Yeah, so like all my friends like, dude, just do chorus. It's all girls. Like if we just get to hang out, I'm like, hell yeah. And then next thing I know, I'm doing musicals, and yeah.
Which you can also hang out with lots of girls there.
Exactly. Everybody called me gay, and I'm like, well, you guys are in a locker room with a bunch of naked men. I'm like backstage with all the girls changing, so like get fucked. But anyways, yeah, fucking what was? Oh yeah. So I'd always get like all these extra roles because the musical director Chad always thought I was good, and I was like, oh, thanks. So he'd just throw me in these random roles, and I would just be on and off stage all the time, just doing random filler shit. And it was a lot of fun. We did Thoroughly Modern Millie, which is a wild one for a high school to do. Once I found out what it was really about, like the underground sex trade, basically, and prostitution rings, I was like, oh,
Yeah, that's
we did that, and then we did Hello Dolly.
mm-hmm.
That was a good one. It's a
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
No, you cannot. I almost broke my fucking knee like the last night. It was awesome. It's a good time.
When they say break a leg, it's supposed to be like, that good luck, anti-good luck thing.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not supposed to actually.
Yeah. No, they wanted me to like trip, but like I kept trying to fake it, and it like just looked like shit. And well, I'm not a pussy, so I'm not gonna
So,
let that
yeah.
happen. Yeah. So I would just like walk up there and then just like randomly like kick my ankle and then trip, and I just like busted my knee the last night. It was bad. I was like laid up for a little while.
Yeah, that's raw. At least it was last night.
Yeah, exactly.
so-
I think it was like also pretty bad because I'd done it 3 nights in a row before that.
So it's just like wearing it down, just chopping at it.
Man, fucking, I don't know if I've talked to anybody else who's done musicals yet. That's
It's a good time, man.
they're good times, man.
Like, and then there's so many like inside jokes and things going on too, like at least backstage, and like you get all these, different groups. And don't get me wrong, there's those theater type kids that are weird as hell.
They just take it too far.
Yeah.
Yep.
And but like it's whatever. It's like a safe space for a lot of people too to just kind of like be whoever they want to be and like kind of say outlandish wild things, and I mean within reason.
Within reason,
Yeah.
It's like theater kids are very, very, very similar to homeschooled kids, which I can say because I was homeschooled.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. No, I actually agree with that a lot.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I dated a homeschool girl when I was in high school. So.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, I was homeschooled until 10th grade. So yeah,
Yeah.
fucking. Everybody's always like, what happened to you? I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, you're normal. And I'm like, yeah, thank you, I guess. I don't know. Like,
I get that a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you do because Hunter was also homeschooled. Hunter and I grew up together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, me and Hunter were the weird homeschooled kids in the community.
You guys have like those like homeschool groups where like they all like
The
like,
co-op.
watch kid- Yeah.
My mom actually ran one.
He had one. I was like purebred homeschool, like didn't go to a classroom, didn't go to a group, didn't go to anything.
Weren't allowed to have friends.
For some of the time, yeah.
We weren't allowed to be friends for a little while.
That's true.
I may or
Were
may
you a
not
bad
have.
influence?
We covered that 3 episodes ago, so go back and
Did we?
listen to it.
Okay. I called Hunter's mom crazy. It was- yeah.
To her face?
No, I texted her.
Oh, well, okay. Still bad. Still pretty bad.
I was like 12 or 13. I don't know. I just got my first cell phone. She pissed me off.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Did you guys-
I got you back.
Did you guys ever
Yeah.
participate in Envirothon?
A what?
Envirothon.
What the fuck is that?
Nope.
It's an environmental competition. They have like elementary, middle school, and high schoolers. It's sponsored by like Canon, I think, like the camera company.
Oh, okay.
But there's like county level competition, state level competition, the national level competition. And in our county, it was always the high school I went to. Am I allowed to say it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't think,
yeah.
I don't think you can. Yeah.
Okay. So I went to Northern. So it was always our school, and then the homeschoolers was always like the big rivalry of like who was going to get first place at counties. Yeah, so I remember in middle school, so they went all the way from elementary school through high school. Like there was this rivalry between like the two groups, and I remember my 8th grade science teacher was also the Envirothon coach, and he was always like those no good, dirty, rotten, garbage, dumpster diving, roadkill eating, something losers.
About the homeschoolers?
Yeah.
I got kicked out of Envirothon like right out of the gate because we were on a field trip like right after that started, and I made some joke about fool's gold because legitimately we could see fool's gold sticking out of the ground, and I got yelled at
You got yelled out
and
You
got
got
kicked out. Yeah,
Why?
I don't know
That's so dumb.
That's the dumbest
because I couldn't take it serious. You were supposed to be serious.
Oh, that's dumb. By the time we were in high school, I was like, yeah, I want to kiss my ash and then like kiss a ash tree, stupid stuff like that.
I did make some paper though.
Oh, I do. Wow. Yeah, that's a flashback. We did make paper.
You guys
Forgot
made
about that.
paper?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were making paper.
From like dryer lint, I think, or
Yep.
something like that. Yeah.
What the fuck? Did you like bleach it then too, or?
Maybe it's been a while.
Huh.
I was in elementary school, so
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I missed out on all the fun field trips because I was homeschooled. You got to go to Gettysburg.
Well, I mean,
That's cool.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I like Gettysburg.
It's all right. It's not. I don't know. I grew up not
Dude.
too far from there. Like I
So
grew up like
it's
20
not-
minutes
yeah.
away. Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? We never thought anything of going to Gettysburg because it's like right here.
Mm-hmm.
But then you realize like schools from the other side of the country like travel to Gettysburg here.
Because
that's
of its
crazy.
Significance, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they will literally do a traveling field trip and come to Gettysburg.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
I mean,
Good.
honestly, we would do like those DC trips, and like we did like I don't know, I think we did like 3 of them throughout the years, something
Yeah.
like that. And like for some people, like it might be like one trip ever.
Yeah.
It's like wow, yeah, that's so wow. We do live in like a pretty nice area. We got Philly, we've got Gettysburg, you've got DC,
New York City is
New
not
York
too
City's
far. It's
not
like
too
4
far.
hours.
And like we even did a field trip to like historic York, like the historic downtown part of York, and like honestly, that's kind of cool too. Like
Yeah.
if you're into like history and stuff like that is pretty cool.
I do love history. I guess where we live is a pretty. I mean, we're kind of right at the beginning, like early America. Like, you
Yeah.
know, Joe Rogan even talked about it on his podcast once. He's like, "Yeah, Pennsylvania's fucking crazy. Like, they have Gettysburg there. That's what the Civil War was.
We should have
Like,
been the first state.
We should have
Which state were we? I'm ashamed I don't know that actually.
third.
Are we third?
I thought,
I really thought it was second.
it might be second. I thought
Fucking
know.
Delaware.
you know I should really know that because my mom actually worked at the State Museum of Pennsylvania, like my whole
I've never
life.
been there
so
actually.
really,
Yeah, hold on. I gotta look.
it
this
is
up
it is
now.
a cool time. I actually worked at the planetarium there for a while.
Really?
Yeah,
That's what's that like?
working at a planetarium.
Yeah.
Really cool, especially for me because I was in high school. I had just turned 16, and it's actually my second job. And so like I interviewed for the position, and the woman who ran the planetarium, she's lovely. Really enjoyed working with her. But you know, I had a love of space already and stuff, so like I knew like most of what I needed to know. Just needed to get like a couple like what constellations were going to be around like during that month, because before the show we have like a star map that goes up, and it's literally exactly what the stars are above you like that night, like exactly how they're going to be.
That's fucking cool.
And so like I take the laser pointer, point out like, you know, you'll be able to see like Jupiter over here tonight, or like Venus over here, and like Orion's going to be up there, and like Big Dipper, Little Dipper, North Star, all that sort of stuff. And like I love that. And then at the end of the show I would answer questions for people, and like that I loved, like being able to like share my love of space like with people was so fun.
That sounds cool
Yeah.
as shit. And you were 16 years
I
old
was
doing
16
that?
years old, yeah.
Holy
And-
shit.
But here's the problem. Here's why I didn't keep that job. It's so messed up. So literally right after I got hired, right, the state changed their rules. So I was getting like retirement or something like that, right? Within I think just a few months of me having that job, the state changed their requirements like about how they did like retirement or whatever. So basically you couldn't work for the state unless you were 18 years old.
Oh,
So like
shit.
they literally had to be like, we want you to stay, but like we literally legally can't have you anymore.
Oh my! And I guess
That
by
was-
the time you turned 18, you just had different interests, or well, college, I guess.
Yeah, I was in college.
yeah,
then,
yeah.
But man, that crushed me. I was like, I love this job.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Maybe one day you'll go back to it.
Maybe, yeah. I've thought about going back to the museum. Like,
Do you own a telescope?
yeah.
Are they worth the purchase?
So mine was actually gifted me by my uncle. It was
Okay.
his when he was a kid.
Oh shit! So it's probably like a really fucking good one.
It
Works.
could have been. It works. Yeah.
If
I
you
wanna-
want a really, really good one, look at how to make your own, like legit, because you can make one. You can make one so much better than what you can buy.
Yeah.
I'll just pay
Don't-
somebody else to do it.
Don't buy the cheapest one.
Don't do
Fuck
that. Yeah.
no.
You'll be really sad
Yes.
if you
No,
buy the
if I
cheapest
bought a
one.
telescope, I would buy like a fucking like I'm not spending less than $500 on a telescope, like because you can like you.
That's
can't.
a cheap telescope
Oh
too.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh really? Are they way more than?
Oh,
I haven't
you're
looked at the
looking
price,
like if you want like a really like pretty like solid one, you're looking like $3,000 to $5,000.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
It's
I'm
probably
That's
in a
why I
different
said
ballpark.
look into making your own, because you can actually make some really,
Well,
really good ones.
Maybe because it depends on your glass quality. It's the same thing with like scopes and binoculars.
Right.
and
I mean, it's
everything,
still
like-
going to cost you some money, but
It's probably
like-
better for you to join a group
yeah.
and look through someone else's and
Mm.
get a feel for it first, and know whether you want to buy a.
Can I look through your telescope?
I mean, sure.
I went up to the observatory one time, and they had a bunch of people up there. And dude,
Are you talking
everybody.
about like the place in PA where you can really see the stars?
Yes, the National Dark Forest or
Yes.
or
My
whatever.
girlfriend was just talking to me about
Park,
going
yeah.
there, and
National
I
Dark Park. Yeah.
I want to go there so bad.
Yes, 110%.
We should all plan a trip together.
I'm so down. Yeah, you can camp there and stuff. Like,
Oh, Chris, we could
And
camp there.
we're actually going into like the best times to go up there too.
yeah, I've been wanting to go there so bad.
How
Like,
far is it?
I think it's only like an hour and a half from here.
It's
Oh,
not
that's it?
far. No.
Yeah.
Dude, let's go.
Yeah.
Do we all have let's go on like a Saturday?
Yeah.
Well, you
I
got to go
can't see
whenever
that.
the weather's. The
Yeah, you
best
got to
and
plan out for
everything.
the
You
weather. Like ideal is perfectly clear weather and then a new moon, so you don't have to deal with the reflection of
When's our
moon.
next new moon? Hunter.
We'll look it all up. Right after
yeah,
the
we'll
show.
talk about this off air. Actually,
Yeah.
we're probably running out of time
What?
here. So.
Yep.
Speaking of things I looked up, we are only the second state by 5 days.
Oh wow.
By 5 fucking days.
5 days.
Oh, I'm pissed.
Was it Delaware beat us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who did they report it to if they're the first state?
Well,
That's
they
what I want to
didn't because
know.
apparently they don't report their taxes
Yeah,
either.
they didn't report anything to anybody.
Some real tomfuckery going on over there in Delaware. Jesus.
Some BS.
All right. Fuck, we hardly talked about your music at all, man.
I mean, it's okay.
We were onto some good
we
shit.
were all over the place.
Call your shit out.
We can tie it up here.
I was gonna say, you want to tie it up? Give us some shout outs for your band and your shit, and let us know what all.
Can I
you're
shout
doing.
out some other bands too?
Fucking A, right? You
Okay.
can.
All right, cool. All right, so well, this is gonna come out after they already play, isn't it?
Yeah.
It depends on when the show is, but
It's Friday.
oh yeah, it's gonna be
Yes.
out after that.
Okay. Well,
Well,
Then-
guys, you just had a really good show.
yeah, you got Big Fat Meanies. You guys killed it on Friday. Man, that was sick. Yeah, I really enjoyed them. They're coming up soon.
They local.
Yeah, they're from Lancaster, I believe.
Nice.
They're really cool. They're like a proggy, jazzy kind of thing going on, which
Hell
like I've
yeah.
really been into lately. Like Thank You Scientist and Bent Knee. I don't know if you know either of those bands.
Send them to me though, because that sounds
Yeah,
funky.
they're fun. Thank You Scientist in particular. I should Chris them. They're a good time.
Okay.
But yeah, they play in a similar vein like that, and then so Observe the 93rd. I was talking to him because I was telling him about the new band I got started. And he was like, yeah, man, Derek.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, we should. He's like, if you want to get on like a show with us, like I'd love that. I'm like, yeah, man, that'd be great. Like one of our first shows, like do that. So that's the plan is start really like knuckling down on writing and stuff here. Put together a nice solid base of songs, record, and then start playing. And man, I miss being on stage so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
Oh man, I think last time I was on stage, you were on stage because you were in Dead, and I jumped up on stage. With
Oh
you
yeah.
guys.
yeah, that was fun, man.
I was hammered.
That was at the Fed, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Oh, that show was great.
that was a great
That
show.
was a blast.
Fucking awesome time.
So fun.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. Shit. Wait, I don't even remember. All right. Any other bands you want to shout out?
Yeah, my band I used to play in, Madison Ryan. Congrats to her for winning that CPMA for I think it was Best Pop Artist. I think
Fuck
it was.
yeah.
Yeah. So good on her. Glad to see she's doing awesome.
Yeah.
Her parents are great too.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Those are I just love like this local music scene. Like there's a lot of just like really good people in it. And there's some people that are not so great, but like for the most part, like it's all just like a big family.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like you just meet all these people, and like most of them are really chill. You have this common shared interest, and everybody's, at least now that I'm older, everybody seems to be trying to support each other and stuff, which I really, really enjoy.
Yeah, we have something special here with our music industry in the like central Pennsylvania area. Like, it is a big community. It's something that's really unique, honestly. There's not a
Mhm.
lot of people that have what we have, and I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, it is really, really great. And like, I don't know, I remember, when I was younger and like playing at the Champ, our band was like a non-metal band, and like that had its own issues, because most people wanted to see, metal at the Champ, which I get. Like, I do get that. But over time, like I feel like, and there's also a lot of competition too when you're like when you're a younger kid and like you're a teenager, like it's like you almost are like it's a competition between bands, like who's better sort of thing.
Yeah.
And like I feel like as you get older, it's kind of like more focused on like what are you doing, and not, you don't need to worry about like what everybody else is doing. Worry about what you're doing, and like take care of that, and like have fun, do what you want, or whatever your goal is, you know.
Exactly. It's less of a, and like bands are very open to help each other out. It's not confrontational anymore. It's, I think that was kind of like the old metal music scene more so.
Yeah.
Like back in like the late, like the 2010 era, like, and things have grown a lot more. Kind of like you're just saying, like you're talking to Derek and he's like, oh yeah, let's try to book a show together.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
that's some cool shit right there.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know, I met this guy who was selling one of my bass amps, and he's down in Maryland even. Not too far away, like an hour. And, you know, he was so nice. He was like, I sold him my Ampeg SVT head. And he was like, yeah, man, he was like, if you ever need to borrow this for a show, or like you want to record with it, he's like, I have no problem. Like, you want to come pick it up, man, just come pick it up. And like,
That's sick.
yeah, I was like, this is great. Like, these are the kind of people like you want to just associate with, you know, just
Yeah.
cool people, like down to just help out, whatever. And he plays music that's kind of similar to what we're writing now. So I was like, yeah, man, like if you ever want to play a show together too, like let's do it. And he's like, yeah, man, that'd be cool. So
That would be
just,
fucking awesome,
yeah,
man.
just nice, you know.
Yeah, just networking, people talking, being like just kindness. It's sick.
Yeah, exactly. Music and love.
That's all we want, right?
Yep, exactly.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you
Sounds
so
good.
much for coming on, man.
Yeah,
Got
thanks
anything
for
else you want to
having me.
plug or anything last minute?
Not at the moment, no.
All right, man. Anything late? Just send us some links and shit.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Heck yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Yep.